What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan. We back in this thing, man, with Let That Be Known Sports. Man, the Dallas Mavericks took on the Toronto Raptors, man, in a late thriller, man. 125 to 118. The game was a lot closer than it should have been, but Dallas pulled out the victory. We're here to talk about it. And here's my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, fam? This is your boy John. Go ahead and grab yourself something to drink, sit back, relax, and let that be known. Sports. What's going on, man? What's going on?
Got us another one. that's another victory, man. I don't care how they come. Just keep racking them up. Because Memphis on doggone beat Boston. God dog it.
Yeah, he snuck back up on him.
We the only one that can beat Boston? Beat Memphis? God dog. Somebody beat them. Get them off our heels.
Seemed like it.
Shoot. But, man, the way things are stacking up, man, Dallas has really put themselves in a driver's seat. And it looks like the number one seed is attainable. It's attainable, man. This depends on how Dallas steps up and, if they can step up and take it. Of course, everyone knows we play OKC Tuesday in a cup game, and that's a big time game, man. I'm a little different from people. I don't really care about the cup.
I don't either.
I can care less about the cup. Like, now I know they care because they get extra money, and I know it's a big time thing for a lot of guys on the team who not making a ton of money. Literally some guys on the team are literally making $200,000, $300,000, $1,000, guaranteed
Before taxes.
So like you have to look into their contract structure. Like they might have a $1 million deal, but all of that's not on the table. Like they have to play a certain amount of games, hit a certain amount of buckets, et cetera, to get that money. And so like guys like Spencer Dinwiddie, like he took a big pay cut to come here. He could have got way more money staying in Los Angeles. He could at least got $5 to $7 more million to stay in LA. And he took a pay cut to come back to Dallas. So yeah, he's looking at that 500,000 like, yeah. And I think he said in one of his post-game interviews, like, yeah. I'm playing this season for free, really. like I came here, like others did with championship aspirations. Like I want to win. That's why I came here. When he got in touch with Nico, that was the conversation. Hey man, we're a championship team. We feel like we got enough, to win it. Now we're trying to add pieces to help push us over the top. Well, we got enough to get there. Now it's about getting over the top. The team last year, to be honest with you, really wasn't good. Like, especially offensively. Offensively, outside of Kyrie and Luka, we really had nothing. And it was really a shocker that we even went to the finals. Like, I was hoping for a deep playoff run, but it was shocking because Luka and Kyrie were they're just so dynamic. But it was really nothing. We had nothing else offensively consistently that we could lean on. Because PJ had just joined the team. So we hadn't really tapped into his offensive skill set. So he basically was just a spot up. We wasn't really going to him, for offense like we do now. Now they make a conscious effort to, go to him. But, we had very limited offensive weapons, especially with Tim Hardaway Jr. falling off the way that he did. We didn't see that. And so this year's team, man, we're not limited offensively whatsoever. Whenever you got a consistent 5 to 6 guys hitting double figures on a nightly basis, you're not short offensively whatsoever. You can light it up, and we've seen them light it up. Like the game against Toronto, right? Luka 30-point triple double, Kai 29, Clay 20, right? Easy. Wasn't no stress getting it. It was just easy.
in the
You
flow.
know, in the flow of the game. Um, but with the adding the pieces that we did, with the Clay, with the Najee Marshall, Quentin Grimes, Spencer Dinwiddie. Now you add some more capable offensive guys. Um, and so, and I think not just capable, but guys who are confident in their abilities. And I think that's a big piece of teams or guys who go or teams that go far. Like their guys are confident in their abilities. Like when you look at Boston, like they were so confident. Like even the role players, like Derek White, he don't think twice about shooting the three. He is confident. If it's a half of a look, he's shooting it. And it's like, God dog, then you look at our role players, they're hesitant, they look unconfident. And so, but man, it's been a wild 2-3 days, man. We're gonna talk about everything, not just the Mavericks. It's been wild in the NBA. Especially with teams like the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets. It's been wild. Like Phoenix Suns lost again tonight versus Orlando with no Franz and no Pablo Banchero. That's wild. Now the Suns don't have KD, but they still have Booker and they have Bill playing. And I thought, like, man, this is a for sure win. Like Orlando have no firepower. Their two guys are out.
We'll see
Man,
what
what you
excuse
think,
they'll come
man?
up with there. Oh man, yeah, man. Dallas took care of business. 125, 118. Of course, look at that 30-point triple double and 4 steals. I'm not gonna
Oh,
forget my boy steals.
they say he don't play no
Yeah,
defense,
say
no
he don't play
liquor
no
defense.
defense. So yeah, I gotta give him his 4 steals. Put in there. Uh, so we had six players in triple in double digits for the game. And then it was something that I'm looking forward more to the playoffs. But tonight between Luka, Kai, and Clay, they combined for 79 points
You went off.
for 3 people. So
That's almost 80 points
that's
there
almost 80
alone.
points between 3 people. So I'm looking more forward to that come playoff time because I know that's when it's really going to take effect. Now, it is nice to see, but we already knew that between those three, that type of firepower is very possible to take us over that hump. Um, and so even your boy Omax got some run tonight. He actually
Shout
played
out.
pretty good. He actually
Shout
played
out to
pretty good.
Omax. I ain't got
He
nothing
played.
negative to say, Omax. You
He,
hit a
he,
three for me. Shout out.
yeah, he hit a three. Had cool 5 in 10 minutes. Played some good defense.
Yes.
Was able to swing the ball a little bit. Still look a little bit out of control, but I'll take it because I know he's playing hard. So
I'll take it over Maxi.
facts. And and your boy didn't even suit up, so I wonder what he heard about now.
He's sick. He's sick.
Now he's sick.
You know how that go. He gonna
Okay.
play. He gonna play a little 10 game. Then he gonna be out for a month.
Yeah. All right. So, but far as that's concerned, though, but they play pretty good, man. They play pretty good considering. I know. I'm thinking, with this crazy road trip they've been on for the last 3 weeks now, roughly.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Oh,
Kid has been complaining about it, and kid don't complain. Like
but
he just like it is what it is.
he is.
So for kid to say something, it's got to be rigorous.
Yeah, so just it's been brutal, man. They only been home for a game and then go right back out on the road for another two,
three
3 game
three
road trip.
games.
And then now you're going to Vegas. Well,
Well,
if I went home today,
you're
I
going to
mean, went home.
OKC. You're going to OKC.
No,
So
they played a thing in Vegas, don't they?
they play in OKC.
Oh, the championship part
The
of it is in Vegas.
championship part is in
Okay,
Vegas.
so they went home
So it's
for
another road trip. You're going on another one.
the other.
So you're essentially going home for a day, and then you got to pack up, and you flying out that night.
See, man, all I know is our back end schedule
It better be
better be
home, home,
light,
home, home.
cause
Like, jeez. And
the
it's
way
not the fact. It's not the fact that they're traveling. Yes, every team travel. It's the fact how the travel is set up. And Kyrie was talking about it. Like he's saying, in all his years of playing, he's never been on a road trip like this, and he's been in the league for quite some time
13 years, I think.
on multiple teams. And he's saying, I've never had a travel schedule like this, and I've been playing for 13 years in the NBA, and this is crazy to me. I'm sitting there like, what in the world is going on? Like we in the travel schedule, you go to Denver, Utah, Portland, come home for a day, ship back out. You go to Miami, Atlanta, come back home, then you ship back out and go to Washington, way up to
Up to
Toronto,
Toronto.
come back home for a day, ship back out, going to OKC.
See,
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Ain't nobody NBA doing that mess. That's crazy.
nah, man, that's that's tough, man. Just and we're fans, and we sitting here like we getting headaches behind it. Like I can only imagine what they're going through. That's tough, man. You're staying out of a hotel and flying cramped up on these planes and buses, and then you still gotta get out there and perform.
Well, not only flying, but like you're moving from city to city each night. So
Time zones is
yeah,
jacked
like you're
up.
changing time zones like each night. You're changing weather. Like I said, like they went from way up north, northwest in Portland, and then you fly all the way down to Miami, way across the country. Like that's crazy. Normally, when you go on a road trip, it's a west road trip, it's an east road trip. They try to make sure all your games are kind of in
Yeah,
the kind of
that's
similar proximity of each other. They don't send you on cross country trips like that because that's rigorous on the body to be traveling like that and then get off and play, get back on a plane and travel. The elevation is tough on your body. And then changing weather and stuff like that is bad on your health, because your body's trying to adapt to the weather temperature.
hmm
One moment it's 30 degrees, next moment we're in Miami it's 90 degrees. It's like, sheesh.
and then that doesn't help with circulation as well. Flying a
Mm-hmm.
lot, that plays heavily on your circulation, especially if you're dealing with any nagging injuries and things of that nature. All that plays a part into that. Man, yeah, this is ridiculous. Trying to deal with that, but man, they shout out to them, man. They still playing, they
They
still
thug
winning.
they
Yeah,
thugging it out, man.
they're on the six. What they on the 6 game winning streak now.
I think so.
Uh,
6 or 7, one of them.
they're on a 7 game winning streak.
7 game winning streak.
So they still getting it done, in spite of, man. Still dealing with some injuries. Hopefully Najee is back on Tuesday. Maxie, I don't care because he ain't giving us nothing even when he's healthy. So
It's just he's scary, man. Like he's playing scary. Like when you got like Omax getting in, Omax playing with no fear. Like he's playing like he shot that ball like he shoot
hey,
40%. That's the way he shot it.
hey,
It went in. I was like, oh, he's shooting it, no hesitation.
no
Like he
hesitation.
shot it. Like that's what
Hey,
you want on the
you
floor.
you sit on that bitch long enough, you see what they doing. he said, if I ever get another opportunity,
Well, I think it wasn't a change. It wasn't a thing of him like not wanting to put forth the effort. It was him of really being under control
mm-hmm.
enough so that he doesn't get carried away and start playing outside of himself or not being ready to perform. Like if you spot up in the corner, you got to be ready to shoot.
Facts.
Like you can't be doing or your mind can't be other places. Like you have to be ready to do what you need to do. If you're defending, defend your tail off, man. He was
Facts.
everywhere. He was cutting off the
Man,
roller. He was
he,
I mean, he was diving on the floor. I mean, he was everywhere. Like we sparked a run with him in there because of defensive stops we were getting.
facts.
And that, my friend, earned him some minutes in the rotation, my friend. He will see some minutes.
And it didn't help that young fella was out hurt.
It didn't help Jaden Hardy.
That's another barrier you got to get past now.
Matt's
Yeah,
getting in. He showed that he can play with the big fellas.
and he actually has size too.
He can produce. And, my main thing was we can play you if you can produce defensively. Like, you can play it like you have enough offensive firepower they can make up for your lack of.
Facts.
What we can't make up for is if you're a slouch defensively. Like, we can't make up for that. If somebody's blowing by you, things like that, you're going to break down the defense. We can't make up for that. But we can make up for your lack of offensive power. Like, PJ Washington had a poor offensive game. Didn't matter.
You couldn't tell.
Didn't matter, right? Because you got so much offensive firepower. It just don't matter if someone has an off day. Kyrie had, I think he had 8 or 10 points in the Memphis game. Didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Right? Because you just have so much offensive firepower. You can negate it because it's just so many weapons you can go to. That's not the issue. The issue is defensively. And then defensively, if you get stops, you're going to get some easy ones because Luka's launching it as soon as he get it in his hand.
He's looking.
It's going out. Like I listen to the Washington commentators or the opposite team that we're playing because I want their perspective on the team. Of course, our analyst is always going to be, kind of pulling for us. I want to see what the other team is saying while they're playing us or what they on the outside looking in.
Right.
And they were saying, man, they are pushing this ball so fast.
Yeah.
He was like, they're pushing it on a make shot. Like, Toronto would hit a 3, and they're kind of celebrating, and Luka got the ball out of bounds, and somebody's open down court. Like, the wherewithal to just streak out. Like, PJ, Gafford, them, they would just streak.
Go ahead.
And Luka would just get it. Like, he couldn't get it in his hand good enough, and he just launched it down. And they getting a free dunk out of it, and Toronto looking like, God, dog, we just scored. Normally, when you score, you have time to get back. Not Dallas. Dallas is playing, and they said Luka can't play fast, but Dallas is playing extremely fast. Like, on a make shot, miss shot, it don't matter. That ball coming out fast.
Facts.
And I want to say this: Luka's top 5 in steals this season so far.
Oh no, I don't want to talk about that, bro.
And that hasn't been brought up nowhere on ESPN, nowhere. That hasn't been brought up on no media outlets or nothing. They say he don't play no defense. But if you don't play no defense, how you top 5 in steals in the NBA? He's top 5.
Stop, man. Stop.
And like Lucas said, oh, you want to talk about my defense now? You want to talk about my defense? You want to give me credit now? You want to give me credit? And we kept telling people, like, guys, he plays defense. Is he a world beater? No. Is he a lockdown? No. Is he great at it? No. But does he play defense? Yes. He plays defense. Guys, you can't make it to the finals if he's not playing defense.
If that was the case, then all 8 points would have been scored on him.
He does get switched on to the great players. He does. They don't think they seek him out. They do. It's just not as easy as they thought it
Thought it
was.
was. Facts.
So they stopped seeking him out because it's not as easy. When he goes up against these teams and they play him, and then they like, okay, they go a few times. They're like, okay, I don't want that switch no more. Let me find somebody else. Because if it was that easy, they just do it all game.
Facts.
When we played Timberwolves, in the West Conference Finals, and Elvis wasn't calling out Luka.
Nah, I realized it wasn't sweet.
It's not easy. Now he's not a lockdown defender, but it ain't easy. We went up against some of the best isolation players: James Harden, Paul George, Shea, Anthony Edwards. Like, we went up against some of the best isolation players. If it was easy, like, come on, guys. Like, we gotta, like, I know this narrative you want to paint, and I came on this show, man, to really air out some grievances, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Because what they doing to my dog Luka, man, and I got to stand up for him, man, because the media bash him. Some of the stupid Maverick fans bash him. And I realized that some of the Maverick fans are as worse as Cowboy fans. Like, this man was out. They talking about trade this guy as if we're going anywhere without Luka. As Kyrie said, Luka makes this go because of his ability and his size. Luka can make things happen that Kai just can't make happen.
Facts.
And you have to understand this. And people have to get this in their head. Luka has been slighted ever since he got into the NBA. The media don't like him. Fans have been, turned against him because of the media, take on him. People say, "Oh, he don't play defense." It's like, no, he plays defense. You have to watch the Maverick games.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going off of what the media says. The media show you him getting beat. Like, oh, see, he don't play no defense. Like, bro, media can show you everybody get beat. Guys get beat every game. Like, if somebody just want to make a highlight clip of people getting beat, you can make pretty much of anybody getting beat. Guys get beat. Guys miss assignments. It happens every game.
Yeah.
But it's an agenda to discredit his greatness. And the reason why is because of the MVP voting is flawed. Jokic is number one in the MVP voting. They told us that Luka could not be number one in the MVP voting because of his record in the Western Conference. He didn't have a high enough record. He didn't have enough wins because he was fifth in the West last year. That's why he couldn't really be considered as number one. Well, Jokic is considered number one at the standings currently, and his team is ninth in the West. So why is the criteria changing? What is going on? God, for heaven's sakes, Shea ain't even number one, and he got the number one seed.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I'll say something for him. Like, he, at least I could take it if he was number one. I'd be like, okay, his team number one, Shea putting up good numbers. Okay, I can understand. He got the best record in the West, putting up big numbers. Cool, I can understand. Do I think he's MVP? No, I don't think he's MVP. But I could understand based on the criteria that they told us in the previous years of why Luka wasn't top two or number one in the MVP voting. They said, oh, he's putting up amazing numbers, but he don't have the wins to back it up. Now that Dallas is sitting 2 or 3 in the West, What's the issue? Luka's not even top 5 in MVP as we currently sit.
which is crazy.
He's not even top 5. Jokic is number 1, and he's 9th.
Crazy work.
It's so much that's going against this Mavericks team, man, and they're overcoming it. Like, Kyrie don't get no fouls, man.
Bruh. And he don't even complain. But when he's starting to complain, it's like, bro, like
he's been complaining of late because like it's getting ridiculous, man. And like I said, I'm here to air some of these grievances out, man, because yeah, I'm happy we've been on a win streak. I'm happy, man, as any other fan, man. We're winning, man. We're winning multiple ways, different ways. With blowouts, close games, we're finding a way to win. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. I'm happy the team is finally starting to gel. I'm happy they're playing together. I'm happy all the pieces are starting to work together. With that being said, the Mavericks are being slighted in every shape, form, and fashion. We went to the finals last year, and we wasn't even top 2 favorites in the West to go back out of the West. Normally, it's yours to lose. If you win the West, normally it's yours to lose. Like when Denver won the West, it was their title to lose. The media was painting the picture like who's going to dethrone the Denver Nuggets, who's going to dethrone the Denver Nuggets. It ain't that. It's a toss-up this year, they say.
no, man, it's we just going to just get out the mud again, man. We ain't getting no love. We ain't getting no respect. Just like it was last year. We was written off last year. We weren't even supposed to make the playoffs last year, according to a lot of people on these 3-letter and 4-letter networks, even podcasts. And then got in there, and then we weren't supposed to get past the first round, second round.
Said we weren't gonna beat the Clippers. We weren't gonna beat, and we
OKC.
beat quality teams, man. Every team that we beat was ahead of us in the standings, guys. Get that, let that sink in. Every team we beat was ahead of us in the standings. That means they was either 4th seed or higher, because we were the 5th seed. Every team we beat was either 4th seed or higher. The Clippers we played first round was 4th seed. Next round we played OKC. They was the 1 seed. And then we played Timberwolves, who were the 3rd seed. Like, we wasn't beating up on no run-of-the-mill. Like, we didn't beat up on no play-in team.
Mm-mm.
Like Timberwolves did. They beat the dog snot out of the Suns. Suns was a play-in team. OKC beat the dog snot out of the Pelicans. Pelicans was a play-in team. And they got the favorable matchup. I do believe, had it been switched up a little bit, I don't think that OKC would have got out the first round had OKC played the Lakers that year. Had the Lakers not played Denver and they played OKC, I do believe we would have been playing the Lakers in that next round. The Lakers took Denver to 6 games. I do believe they would have took them out. I think it would have been 7, but I do believe they would have took them out. But, man, shout out to the Mavericks, man. I can only imagine if Luka was losing some of these games that some of these guys are losing. Like, Jokic winning, they lost to the Wizards, bro.
Yeah.
At the time, they was a 2-win team. They lost to the Wizards. The Wizards only averaged 106 points. It's like dead last. They're dead last in 3-pointers. Now, Jokic ain't got no help. Jokic ain't got no help.
No, I don't want to hear that.
What was this at when he was winning with these jokers? He was winning with Michael Porter Jr. and all these cats.
He's the best player in the world, right?
What was this at? Luka made Derrick Jones Jr. look like an all-star out there in some of them games.
Got him paid.
What was this at? And then Phoenix Suns crying. Oh, they can't win without KD. Every game KD set out. I think they're 1-9 now without KD.
Yeah, it's something ugly. No, but my thing is they so big on Devin Booker. So big on him.
He a fraud, he a front runner. Luka told people, everyone talks tough when they up. That means you a front runner. When you up, it's all good. But and they podcast even said it. I went and listened to their podcast. He said, every time pressure's applied, we fold. But the moment that we feel like we got things handled, we look good, we tough. And that's the same thing Luka told them when he came back and snatched their heart. Oh, y'all talking tough because y'all up. Okay, we'll see how it is when I start applying that pressure. We'll see how you handle that. And Luka do it every year in the playoffs. He takes your star and drowns them in the deep.
Yeah, come on out here.
And your star is looking helpless. Anthony Edwards said, it ain't nothing we could do. What could we do? This is what Ed said. Ain't nothing we can do. He started hitting that. What can we do?
You see right over there? And where you hit that right there?
And said, I went under right there at the logo. He pulled it. That's your star drowning. Said, hey, I'm asking for a life raft. That's what Luka does. You're looking like, ain't nothing I can do. Unless the ref lets you get away with just fouling them and kind of manhandling them, like there's nothing you can do.
And there was a lot of that last night with the Raptors, man. They was out there playing football, man.
But as you notice, like that backfired against Memphis. Like Memphis was getting away with that in the first half of that game, where they was like playing extremely physical. Like they was getting away with those bumps and pushes, and all of a sudden the ref started to call it, and they ended up getting a bonus because of their style of play.
Right.
Like you being extremely physical can backfire.
Yep.
And so
you can start setting them up.
And so Dallas start coming downhill. They're attacking and you're fouling. Next thing you know, you're in a bonus, and you have to almost play perfect because they got in the bonus like with 11 minutes left.
Yeah.
In the fourth.
Early.
And so you have to play perfect for 11 minutes. That means any foul you do, I'm going to shoot too. It don't matter what happens. I ain't got to be in the act of shooting. And so you got guys like Marcus Smart, stupid fouls. Like, stupid fouls. Like, they want to say, oh, man, it's the free throw discrepancy. Like, watch the game and look at some of those fouls. Like, some of those fouls, like, the ref looked at them, and, like, even one of the Memphis podcasts said it. He said, like, I can't even blame that. Like, yeah, I'm looking at it, but, like, he gave the ref almost no choice. The ref looking at him like, dude,
I'm literally right here.
Like, you gave me no choice but to call it.
You're like 3 feet away from me, and you do this.
Luka has the ball. He hits him 3 times across the arm. The ref lets it slide the first time. He didn't get the ball. He goes again to swipe down, misses the ball, hits Luka across the arm, gets the foul. And he looks like, oh, man, like, oh, man. Then goes on the other end, tries to sell an offensive foul. He's out to play. He's like, oh. Luka keeps going. So
So
Jaren Jackson has to step
step
up
up
and
and
take Luka, and PJ is butt naked on the
wide.
wing.
Yep.
Luka pivots around Jaren Jackson and hits PJ on a pinpoint pass for a 3, and that basically sealed the game
Facts.
because you're out here flopping. And Marcus Smart is known
No, he been
for
doing this for years
flopping.
since he
He's
been in the
known.
league. How long he been in the league? Let me see.
Like we seen him throw his body like, like a
When somebody
fish.
named Smart, that show wasn't too smart. Let's see, we came in. Yeah, this 10 years in the league, you still doing this?
And their coach, I like their coach, Memphis. But he did something that wasn't smart. He sat out Jaren Jackson and Ja
At the same time,
at the same time.
you gotta stagger.
And Dallas went on a run. He brought them back in. Dallas was within like 6 or 8 points. I think they had us like 16 points. Dallas chopped it all the way down. So now you bring them back in. Yeah, you brought them back in, but now Dallas is going. And it was a weird game because Kyrie couldn't get nothing going. Like Kyrie was like, he was missing layups, he was missing little easy
Facts.
bunny floaters. Like he couldn't get nothing going. Like he
But
couldn't get nothing going.
but it speaks to the testament of how deep this team is. And he said something after the game when I was heading back to the locker room. He said, "Never have I been a part of a team that had 25 turnovers and still win the game."
Yeah.
And most nights you will not win the game.
No, most nights you get blowed out,
You get
especially
blown out.
if you play a good team like Memphis. Memphis is a
Mm-hmm.
good team. They're a good team. If you play a good team and you have 25 plus turnovers, they're gonna blow you out the gym.
I mean, more than likely than not, you're
And,
blowed out. You're sitting
and
in the fourth.
it was heading that way
Mm-hmm.
because they shot up to 16 points. That game could have easily went up and it could have been a 20 plus point loss.
But that when we
Because
got that penalty,
Dallas just kept turning it over, and partial of it was because Kyrie was just off, and so like he was missing, and then he was turning it over, like, and so it was just bad. But Dallas buckled down, and then they got into the penalty, and it was over. And then we also seen the heart of a champion. When things got tight, Memphis tightened up. Like they couldn't make plays. They was forcing shots, like ill-advised shots coming down in transition, pulling
mm-hmm.
threes. Like it got tight. Ja come down and hit a 3. Luka came down and matched him. And it's like, oh.
That's part of going to the deep.
And Luka like, I can go there.
Yeah.
Luka like, hey. You want a match? We get
You want to get gangster?
Y'all better come get this ball out my hand.
But you can't now. You can't.
No, you can't now. But I'm saying, like, he just go on that run, and then, like, guys, it's remarkable because he's getting the best defender night in, night out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They throwing the best defender at him. He's getting the best defender, and like when he's healthy, man, it just don't matter. Like I feel good going to the OKC game because he's healthy. When he's healthy, now when we played them in the playoffs, he wasn't healthy.
Yeah. He got hurt in the first round, or even going into the playoffs.
No, he was hurt going into the playoffs.
So
and them getting hurt. And so, but he's healthy. Kai's healthy. Clay back. He's, I don't care what y'all say. If he's out there, he's a threat because guys aren't believing him.
You see how they chasing him off. If he has any room, they on his hip.
If he's running off a screen, they're on him. If he has the ball, if they throw it to a corner, Like it's a contested three
Facts.
because they're there. Like some of them threes he had last night, they were contested, and he was just in a flow that it just didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But having a guy like that can draw that much attention and that much gravity, where I can keep my man here.
Man, did you see that pass that Luka threw
You
when
talking
he
about
was
threading the needle?
and he
Like
was 3/4 of the court
it
away?
was pinpoint right in the shooter's pocket,
I said, "Good night."
and
He
Clay
had that
looking
thing on a
like
string.
heck yeah.
Gotta hit. Gotta hit this.
But he was just Clay was in such a rhythm,
Mm-hmm.
like
No,
he's in such a rhythm, and um you know PJ plays good against OKC, so he
he
does.
owns. He owns OKC.
He plays really. I don't know what it is, but he just. And I know him and Shea was teammates. In
Because they don't
Kentucky,
have no four. Who's they for?
I think Jalen Williams is playing the four.
Oh,
I think. I can't remember who's guarding him. But last game, Dallas was just in the post. Like
they
they got
said
They got Hartenstein now.
he's the 5, but
He's
did he
playing
go
the
back
five.
out? I think he went back out. I think he's hurt again.
Did he?
I think so.
If they don't have no five guys, it's over.
It's,
I was gonna tell you that now. If they ain't got nobody to keep the bigs off their glass,
let me see. I think
it's over.
let me see. It's on the injury report.
Because Lively didn't even play the last game we played. It was just Gafford.
Okay, I guess he's back. I know he was hurt at some point, but I guess
Okay,
he's
I'm
back.
about to say, I thought he was bad.
It don't matter. We still own.
Is Shet back
No, shit out for the year.
for the year? I thought he was just out for a while. Okay, he's out for
Oh,
8 to 10
8 to
weeks.
10 weeks. He broke his hip.
Shoot.
And the way he
Oh,
fell on it, it was
yeah, I remember. Yeah.
it's at 8 to 10 weeks.
So that
And
means
that's
they ain't got no backup big.
so,
Gafford finna come in there and eat.
down here.
If I'm
Yeah. So,
Luca, all I'm doing, I'm getting Hartenstein switched out there, and I'm gonna make them make a
ooh,
decision.
he gonna
All right,
ooh.
y'all coming out here to help him, or you gonna leave him out here?
He gonna let him drown. Makes me know. Never mind.
First play, unless PJ got a small on him, that's the first play I'm going to. Hartenstein, come on out here, buddy.
Come and get baptized.
Leave him out there on that island. I'll be doing it with Clay. I'll be doing it with Kyrie and Luka.
Facts.
And then what starts to happen is they want to switch to big. Okay, big, you go guard PJ now. And PJ goes to the screen like, okay.
Okay. Bet.
But now Lively got somebody small on him. So now here come the lob. Or you get in foul trouble. Because now you're trying to keep him off the glass.
Mm-hmm.
And Lively just been a monster on the offensive glass. Like he's just been a monster. Like him and PJ in there, they've been monster on the glass. So I think they'll be locked in coming in. I think Luka, it's a big game, so Luka always gets up for big games. He come in smiling like, yeah. Like,
This is what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I get nervous when we don't play good team. Luka be uninterested.
You do.
I
do.
I be like, man, we should just sit and look at this game. Cause like Luka, like he get bored, he just start trying stuff, y'all. He just start doing
Like that's
whatever.
what it was the first half of this game from the Raptors. It was just like You're like, man, I'm ready to go.
Luka just be like, man, why are we even playing him, man? Like he just don't get up for bad teams.
Yeah,
Like
it wasn't until it made it a game, and then like, okay, all right, let's play,
and
let's play.
like to see this difference of the defensive, like see how different we are, like defensively and how we can match up. Like RJ Barrett used to give us problems. Like he used to give us problems because he's a strong guard, and
Long.
whenever he would drive, he just would muscle his way to the goal, and it would just be like, man, like we just used to have problems there. We would have problems just on the inside, just getting baptized. And to see, the difference now, like ain't none of that going on in there now.
Mm-mm.
Lively with two big time blocks, and I thought it was a goal 10.
I
I
thought
was
it
like,
was, yeah.
oh man, he smacked it on the backboard, but he was adamant, like, nah, I didn't,
Him and Luka was over there like,
nah, I got that before it got there.
mm-hmm.
He was adamant, and the Toronto Raptors, they shot themselves in the foot, challenging a call of PJ, which led to a three. Now it was clearly contact,
Right.
and I wouldn't have did it because that was their last timeout.
Yeah. Well, they got a little challenge happy because they won their first one, and
But I understand that, but like you in the crunch time, like you have to
you
be
can't risk that.
risk that. Like I need to see, like yeah, like no, it wasn't no contact there
Mm-hmm.
because that's your last time out. That means you can no longer advance the ball.
Well,
None
nothing
of
that.
that. You got to go full court.
And then and you ought to know the way that y'all have been playing the whole night. Y'all been playing like that. Come
Like y'all
on.
was doing stupid fouls, like, and I know y'all high in the league on committing fouls, but like Buddy was just reaching, like they had Kyrie trapped in the corner. Instead of just getting wide and stop him from
Mm-hmm.
splitting, he's so busy trying to reach for the
Reach.
ball that allows Kyrie to step through,
Mm-hmm.
and the ref sees him reaching, and he gets a foul call,
Oh,
and Kyrie gets out the trap, like stuff like that. Like
it's
you
low
have him,
IQ.
like it's just low IQ, and then you look at like, oh, fouls. Like why was you even doing that? Why was you reaching? You had exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Make him chunk a pass in the air, or have to call a timeout.
Low IQ, man. Yeah, they got a team full of young guys. Uh, but yeah, man, there was.
Hopefully Najee plays, man.
I'm hoping so. I'm thinking so, especially there was a little time in between since what Saturday, then got Sunday, Monday, then you play Tuesday, so it's an extra 2 days to finish feeling, flushing out whatever he was dealing with there. He was there on a road trip, skipping around on the bench there. So I'm say, feeling pretty good. So I'm. It's safe to say I'll say that he'll play against
Mem-
OKC on Tuesday.
Memphis won tonight, and Rockets won tonight, so that bumped us back down to fourth.
Man, that's weak.
So the Rockets beat the Clippers.
Memphis beat
Washington.
Washington. So, but that's just how tight this Western Conference
It's a game, man. Like
is, and they just jumped up just because they played tonight. That's literally how it
yeah,
goes.
we end up getting 2-3 days off, and like we ain't got no game.
which is crazy, but that's how tight it is in the West. But yeah, man. But I'm looking forward to this game on Tuesday, man. And there's always tight games with OKC, but I like it.
Yeah, man. Just if they do two things, like I always say, rebound the ball, take care of the ball. They
Facts.
do those two things, man, they have a shot to win. If you don't do those two things, you're not gonna win.
Win. Facts.
If you're gonna turn the ball over and you gonna not rebound the ball, you're gonna find yourself in a sticky situation. But if they do those two things, man, they have a shot to win, man.
Yeah. Now tomorrow.
The Cowboys,
Cowboys play
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati Bengals. Monday Night Football. Um, that's Cowboys fans with. We trying to garner up, trying to get up for it, but it's
Well, I think that the defense will be good in this game. You're getting most of your guys, in there. So I think it'll be good. It's just the offensive side of the ball that's been such a struggle. And the passing game has been, a struggle. But if Rico is running that rock,
if they give it to him, man.
that's true. But he's gonna run the ball because he's not gonna let Cooper Rush just drop back and just throw that thing 40 times. They've been running that ball with Rico. But if Rico runs that ball and that line is moving and he's getting 4.5, 5 yards a pop, the offense will be straight because you can now lean on that and now play action works. Now you might get some single coverages and stuff like that. That helps. I think the offense will be there now. Nappy Head Michael Parsons talking about he want to play linebacker with Overshown. Man, leave
No,
Overshown alone, man.
no, going back where you were. We try to get you. We try to get you to do that.
He talking about
You,
he want to get back there because it's lit. Nah, no, no, no,
no,
no,
no. You say you're a DN. Be a DN then.
no. Get your nappy head down on the line. Leave Overshown alone. We don't need you corrupting him with your bad mentality. He played tough. He bringing it. We don't need you corrupting him. He played tough. He played tough on every down, on run downs and on blitzing.
Even
He
when he
played.
wrong, it's still hard.
It's still hard. You only go hard when it's time to pass rush.
Oh man.
Nah, don't corrupt. We don't need you corrupting none of the young talent. Leave him alone. Let him stay back there. Eric Kendricks is mentoring him just fine. Let him be. You trying to get back there? You see somebody that you can corrupt, and you trying to get back there and corrupt them. Stay on that defensive line. We don't need that. Because as soon enough you get your nappy head back there, now we're gonna be yelling at both of y'all.
Emotional, damn it.
We don't need that. No. You stay on the line, man. Until you can show that you want to defend the run just as hard as you pass rush, I don't want you nowhere near our good talent. I believe that you was trying to brainwash Trayvon Diggs, but he came out of it. He started tackling. At first, he wasn't tackling no runner. Now he go down there. He try to grab them legs.
Wait a minute.
What?
This is crazy. I don't know why I checked on it, but I just did. Something must be working with this season. You can actually get a Cowboy ticket They get them as low as $17 right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Cowboy fans. That's what I'm talking about. Are y'all watching this show? That's what I'm talking about.
Albeit it's up there, but still, you couldn't get no Cowboy ticket for them $17. The lowest ticket is gonna be close to $100, if not $100, and that's even in nosebleed. They down to 17.
That's what
I'm
we
still
want
not
to see.
buying one, but still,
Don't buy nothing.
don't
Not
buy
till they
nothing.
want. Not till they want to give us a legitimate contending team.
Mm-hmm. But it's plenty. It's plenty. $17, $30, 34, 35. That's what I'm talking about. You start hitting them pockets. You hit them pockets, man. You're gonna get some get right around here.
Your boy Tyler Godden is questionable.
I need him to be out. I don't need him to be questionable. And then, man, you heard about Zach Martin, man.
Oh yeah, out for the season. He had
Out for the
season-ending
season,
surgery.
man. Possibly his last year.
I think he should retire, man.
I think he should, man. You don't want to be the one of them old heads
Well, you don't
sticking
want
around, and
you don't want the game to retire you. Like
yeah,
you don't want to come out and have no jacked up injury to where it ends up being a permanent injury for the rest of your life because you didn't know when to walk away.
facts.
Like,
Well,
especially this, man. Like you go down and the line is blocking better. Like
yeah,
it shows like we thought he was a rock in the offensive line. He was actually one of the liabilities in the offensive line because when he went down and he went out, like the offensive line was it looked like a brand new offensive line. Like Cooper Rush didn't get sacked at all last game. And Giants have a good defensive line. And they didn't get one sack. And Rico averaged 5 yards a pop.
no, man, yeah, I just don't want him to go out like Tyler's what's his name? Tyron Smith is going out in the Jets. They had to put him on IR. If you can't stay healthy, he hasn't been healthy in what, 8 years now, going on 8 years.
Yeah, he hurt every season.
At some point you got to realize, your body just, it can't take it. It's time to wrap it up, man. Hang him up, man. Before, like you said before, something, really serious happened where you have something long term that you have to deal with, man. And, you definitely don't want that, especially if you have kids and things of that nature, family,
Man, like just remember, like, man, this is only a quarter of your life, man.
facts.
A little bit
Like,
over
if that.
a little bit over a quarter of your life, man. Like this ain't your life. Like most guys walk away in their 30s, man. Like you're still young,
You're
man.
still young.
Like you still have, over half of your life to live. Like you don't want no permanent injury to yourself to where now you're walking with a cane or you're not thinking clearly or you suffer from CTE or whatever it may be, And so, man, like if it's getting to that point, man, just hang it up. That's what I was, saying about Tua. Like, man, like you keep having these concussions, man. You having these bad concussions and like, man, your body ain't gonna be nothing, man. Your brain gonna be, gonna be bird food, man.
Facts. No, for sure, man. But man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man.
For sure.
On another one, man. Make sure y'all like, y'all share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend.
For sure, man. Y'all be easy, man. Lock in, man. We'll be here tomorrow for the Cowboys, man. Man, y'all hang on in there, man. We'll be here reporting, man. Rock with us. And, much love, man. Y'all peace out.